Another day of sunshine, so it's going to be a good day. So I got compost coming at lunchtime today. Got the front yard graded out yesterday. I need to grade out the backyard with the dozer, but I need to take the motor grader and touch up the road up there where the trucks are going to be able to come in, just so they have a better transition down here. I think I can get them to drive all the way there to the house now that it's dry. I just need to smooth this up a little bit better so the trucks can kind of go over that hump right there. So I'm gonna jump on the grader first thing, go up there and blend in the road where it's gonna tie into the existing drive up there, and eventually I've got to run a road all the way down through here. So if I have time, I'm gonna work on that later on this afternoon. But definitely need to get all that clay spread around the house and start getting the compost put out. So here is the existing road where it comes out of the woods, it goes around, and then back over there where the shop is. I'm tying in this new road right here on top of the hill so we don't have to do a culvert pipe. This will drain that way, and that should drain that way. Just kind of roughed it in with the motor grader so the trucks can get in here, and you can see the cabin way back there. So I got to do a road all the way through here and around to the other road back over there. So quite a bit of a path to grade out here with the little motor grader, but I got this put in, and I'm gonna go back there and start spreading clay out with the dozer now. So I'm gonna take the dozer now and spread all the dirt out that I dumped up here yesterday. I'm gonna start right here and just kind of go from the house and work my way down. That way when they start bringing compost, I can start dumping it out here, and that'll give me time to finish grading this stuff out right here, even though I think I'll have all this spread by the time the trucks show up. Me and this little dozer have been busy. I got all that dirt graded out in the backyard, all the dirt on this hillside pushed down, spread over, graded over, and now it's all ready for compost. And I'm going to go grab some lunch, come back, finish blading over all this, kind of push all that to that pit that I dug over there yesterday, and then hopefully compost will be here. We'll kind of finish cleaning that up and start grading the road all the way down here and around. I got to undercut a fair amount through there, so there'll be some more dirt work to do over there. It's factor time. Let's see what's on the lunch menu for today. I am hungry. Sun-dried tomato chicken with zucchini noodles. That is what's on the menu for today. So let's go ahead and heat this up, have lunch real quick. As with all meals, 2 minutes in the microwave and you are ready to eat. And now it's time for lunch. So if you have not tried out Factor meals, I don't know what you're waiting for. These are super convenient meals. They're fresh, never frozen, 2 minutes in the microwave and you are eating. These things are just super convenient. You know, they save so much time by coming home. You always have stuff to do. You can just throw this in the microwave, have dinner real quick, and then go finish whatever you want to do outside before it gets dark. In the summertime, you know, it leaves you a lot of extra free time in the afternoons and evenings to be able to do stuff. Lunch here during the day, have a whole lot of stuff going on. It's super easy. Throw this in the microwave, have a quick lunch. I never leave the job site. It actually saves me time, and in the end makes me more money by having more time to work. So if you want to use my discount code, go to factor75.com. That is code LetsDig50 for 50% off your first order, 20% off your next box, and that is factor75.com. Use code LetsDig50 for 50% off your first box and 20% off your next box as well. And I will put a link in the description and a link in the comments so you can eat these great meals just like me. So I got everything graded off back there with the dozer. I'm gonna take the motor grader and start cutting this road in right here that goes down the tree line. It wants it under the trees, so it's gonna be a little difficult spreading stone with the trucks, but I'll figure it out. So gonna be about 12 feet wide. Blade is 10, so I'll do one straight pass and about 2 foot over, and that'll be the road. First load of compost, dumping it out. That's a pretty big truckload. She packed in there too. So we got a 8-foot stick of 15-inch pipe for the driveway down there to extend it out. Got the 220 warming up. I'm gonna go over here right beside that oak tree is where I took down that big pine tree, and I've dumped 3 loads of dirt. I got one little soft spot where I dumped that first load of dirt. I got to move the dirt out of the way, dig that out, and then put that clay in there. That way I can finish the road down here, and I got to undercut some of that out from behind the barn back there. But yesterday I was able to get all of this graded out. So under the trees right here, we're not undercutting a whole lot out just to keep from disturbing all the roots on it. So just skimmed it down. Everything seems pretty solid. May go a little bit heavier right through here with the stone, and I'll skim a little bit more out right there. But the road's going to go through here, hook to the left, and then go behind those barns to tie back into in front of the house. So let's go dig that out and get all that dirt spread out. Just gonna knock this down here real quick. So I've got to build a little bit of a ramp coming off of that hill for the road. Kind of soften that transition a little bit. That's what all this dirt right here was for. And I'm probably going to need a little bit of it for that muddy spot. What it was where that great big tree was, and the dirt was soft from obviously digging the tree up, and then all the rain turned it to mud, and it didn't look that soft till I drove the off-road truck through there, and it sunk down like 2.5 feet. So we're going to rake this dirt here out of the way, skim a little of that mud out, and I put this dry dirt back in the hole. Bit muddy. That tree right there, I can't swing. There we go. I'll just dump this over here and I'll spread it out along that little bit of a ridge there. Fine. Yeah, that was pretty muddy there. Might have to pull my dirt back a little bit more. That way we don't have a soft spot in the road. It's a whole lot easier to dig it out now than once I've spread dirt over top of it, stone. It will eventually dry out, but not as fast as I want it to. I try to pull some of those vines out of that tree. A little soft right there too. Might end up needing some of my dirt here that I'm sitting on, not what I just raked out of the way. Alright, I'm going to dig out a few more scoops here and rake all the clay back over and get that tracked in. Then probably jump on the dozer and start undercutting for the rest of the road for where it has to go and get all that stuff pushed to the side. And then should have some more compost by then. Start spreading all that out. So got the clay put in. Now I'm going to take the dozer, spread this out, and start blading my path through the old pasture back there behind the barn. Alright, let's cut this new section of road through the field here. So there's a little bit of a cross slope right here, so I'm just going to recess the road down just a little bit when I cut this out. That way the stone will be flush when I'm done, and whatever little bit of runoff there is will just kind of drain right across it. It's not enough to justify putting in a pipe and having to deal with a ditch there on each side to maintain. I'm trying to keep everything as subtle as possible to mowing and maintaining. Cut all this out and row it over here to the back where there's a little bit of a drop off, and I can waste all this lumpy grass stuff. It's nice topsoil, but that's the problem when you strip off grass, is you end up with nothing but wads of grass roots, mess, and it's very difficult to grade out. Kind of just got to spread it out, let it die down a little bit, and then come back and blade over it. It just wads up like carpet. It's very difficult to make it look nice. So I just kind of normally spread it out, and then the last little bit that I trim out is pretty clean dirt to spread over top of it. That normally does a pretty decent job. Cover it up. Hog. When majority of this out with the dozer and then come in here with the motor grader and fine tune it like that. And then I gotta spread some compost out. Bringing in all the compost. This is load number 7. I think we're going to go ahead and get 12 just to make sure we have enough. Big pile. He definitely fills the truck up, that's for sure. So I got the outline of where the road's going to go, and 2 loads of compost in the front yard, got 3 in the back. They're bringing, was going to get 10, but I think we're going to get 12 now. I'm going to go ahead and spread this over. Going to do a parking area right here, so I'm going to kind of skip that, and then probably just get another load and dump right there to kind of keep everything uniform. So let's go ahead and spread this out, and he's going to come over here and till it all in, and I'll regrade it first of next week. Spread the compost out here in the front yard now. Pushing it back this way, and then I'll kind of trim it out, push the rest back over the yard. So shoot for about 1 inch or so. He's going to come in here with a big tractor. Actually, he's going to till it instead of disc it. Kind of get a little bit more of a uniform mixture there. So I'm shooting for about 1 inch or so. He's going to till it in about 3 or 4 inches deep, and that should really build a very nice base here to get some grass to grow. This is some beautiful compost. A friend of mine's got a business that makes it. I give them credit, they make a good quality product. whole front yard was covered in those massive pine trees. So I'm hoping when he tills that over, he kind of finishes chops the rest of those roots off. If not, I'll have to come in here with the skid steer and try to cut them off. I tried to dig down and undercut them, but those huge pine trees, the more I dug down, the more roots I started digging up. So I was like, well, just have to make the best of it. Spread all this with the skid steer, but I don't have the skid steer. I got to use it for a job tomorrow, cleaning up a building I got to tear down. So I didn't bring it. But the dozer seems to be working pretty good. Some days you just get in your groove with the dozer and you can make stuff look pretty, and I swear some days I can't carry grade to save my life. Makes everything look better covered in this stuff instead of red dirt. Just nice black organic stuff. I got 3 more loads of compost here, so I'm gonna go ahead and spread this out. Got 2 more coming. Hopefully that should be enough. Hopefully. That's all I'm going to be able to get today anyway, so it's going to have to be enough. Stuff is really starting to dry out pretty good here. Sitting out here in the sunshine. I'll tell you what's true, it's starting to burn my nose. This stuff is strong. And the dozer stinks pretty bad in here now. I'm sure I stink too. Just being around it. Definitely not the strongest smelling compost I've spread, but it's got a pretty good odor to it. It's definitely noticeable. little bit better. All in all, I'm happy with the way it's spreading out though. A lot of times this stuff will be wet and it'll clump up really badly. Make it very difficult to spread, but right now this stuff is pretty powdery dry. Scheduled for tomorrow. We got 220 to move, building to tear down, so just trying to get everything scheduled on my end for hauling the stuff off. Always stuff to do. Piles together so they all blend in and don't end up with a gap in between them. It's always a challenging little part to it. All in all, it's going well. So I got my piece of 15-inch concrete pipe. I'm going to head down here to the ditch under the driveway. You'll see how kind of narrow the driveway is. And I'm going to dig out around that culvert pipe. Dang, I probably should have grabbed a shovel. Maybe I'd be good and not need a shovel. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to walk all the way back up here. Compost is going good. I got 7 loads spread. Number 8's dumped out. Got 4 more coming. So let's go down here and dig out the ditch. See if we can't put this piece of pipe on there. At the ditch, pull some of these roots out and cleaned the ditch up. I dug around and found the end of the pipe. Kind of comes off at a weird angle right here. I'll dig this out, and I dumped 2 loads of dirt the other day with the dump trucks to make sure I would have enough stuff to fill in the pipe with. Grab all these big chunks of wood and roots. Pipe looks pretty clean. There's a couple rocks. I'll go down there with my gloves and pull out the end of the pipe. Take this mud, dig it out. Put a little bit of dry dirt in here. Over just a little bit so that it actually moves out. Alright, let me clean out in front of the pipe there, or clean that rock or 2 out of it, and I'll be ready to put that piece of concrete on there. And let's see, where is the actual ditch over here? I want to redirect it to the front of the pipe so it's not coming into the side of it. Like so. And all this is trying to do is just kind of put a shoulder on the road so it's not such a straight down drop right there. And way, if you're not 100% lined up on the driveway, you don't have a bad day. And it'll kind of allow me to soften that slope a little bit where it can be maintained a little better. Alright, let me go down here and clean the dirt out of this pipe real quick. Alright, got the pipe put on there. Grab a little bit of this. Came over here, I'm going to grab some of this dirt and put it down here beside the driveway to fill in this right here and kind of put a little bit of a shoulder on the edge of the road. raking this dirt around and putting that in place. Kind of spirit track it in once I get it done. And that added a nice little shoulder to the edge of the road to make that a little bit wider, because it was like right there where you drive. It's a straight down drop off. Make that a little bit safer and easier to navigate. And culvert pipe is in. As you can see, that added 8 feet of shoulder to the road here. Now there's a fence on that side, so it's not that big of a deal. And I was able to fill all that in and use the rest of the 2 loads of dirt that I hauled to build a nice shoulder right here, so that now this can be mowed all the way down there to the ditch. Before, it was a drop down about 2.5 feet and became an overgrown mess. So now that that's done, I'm going to go up here and park the 220 and jump on the dozer. I think I have 3 more loads of compost. Go ahead and spread that out. Well, that was 12 loads of compost. Front yard's done, and everything back here in the back, just kind of got that skimmed over, and he's going to come and till it all in. Might need a little bit more. I'll see if he wants to go up to the field farther. If not, all this is ready to be tilled in, and then come back and power rake it all out. Finish getting the roots out and everything all nice and smooth.